And welcome back to Dragon Ball Z What If? Part 5 of What If Goku Was as Smart as Bulma. Few minor things. I kind of addressed one of them in the comment a while back, but two questions that got brought up real quick. One, would Frieza in the gang maybe just kind of get Piccolo to try to translate the Namekian Dragon Balls? Probably like as a last resort option, if at best, but not in any way. Yeah, I mean, not really, because their goal is to get the Dragon Balls here. Another question that got brought up was, would Goku and the gang even would be smart enough to reveal? Was like, wait, what do you mean, Dragon? We don't have Dragon Balls. Would they be smart enough to not actually acknowledge that fact? Maybe, but it wouldn't really matter because it's not like Frieza would just leave there peacefully or even believe him to begin with. So neither of those scenarios would really pan out. But regardless, we catch up with the more or less all the fights that besides Goku and Frieza that are wrapping up. Raditz is okay. He got a Senzu. He'll get his Zenkai. Vegeta's effed up, but will ultimately be okay. All the other main fights are done, which leaves Goku and Frieza. And Frieza, he's standing there. He's no longer his chair. He's standing there and saying, "I must admit your power is impressive. I'd like to give you a one-time offer. Join me. Finding good help is so hard to find, and seeing as I lost my two best men, there's a bit of a power vacuum at the moment, and power like yours is rare, Saiyan. You could have the whole universe at your fingertips. All you'd have to do is join me and bring me the Dragon Balls. It's so simple. What do you say?" And Goku's like, "Yeah, no thanks. Even if I wanted everything you were offering, I've got everything I could ever want right here. And even if I didn't, there's no way I'd be working for a murderous tyrant like you. No offense." Goku just says, "No offense." "Well, none taken at all. If anything, I'd be insulted if you didn't call me that. But tell you what, you're Saiyan, you're a sporting individual, what? And you can clearly see. You're probably smart enough to know this is not my true power. So tell you what, I'm going to give me a moment to transform and we'll even the playing field. What do you say, Saiyan? Now, you might be thinking, Goku's not gullible enough to do that. But here's the thing. A question that got brought up, which will actually not be addressed in this episode, will be addressed in the next episode, is whether or not Goku would take Bulma's advice and go just destroy Jiro's lab before the androids are even built and all that. And I haven't even decided on that part yet. I'm kind of leaning one way or one towards one way. But the reason I don't say it is because even though Goku is as smart as Bulma, that doesn't mean his intelligence just strictly overrides his Saiyan heritage and his wanting to fight. So Goku being able to sense Frieza's energy can tell that even if Frieza's got a more powerful form, he should still be able to beat Frieza outright because he's still stronger than him at the moment, and he's got his Akari transformation on top of that. So Goku immediately just says, saying, "Fine, you can get it. Fine, why not? Make it a little bit more even." It's like, let's see if we can make this. Thank you, Saiyan. I promise you, it'll be worth your while." And powers up into his second form. "Now then, let's see about making this fight fun as fun as you hope." And they clash, and Goku gets immediately a gut check, just Pah! And Frieza ultimately comes in, starts wailing on him, but Goku is only about 200 grand. There's not a huge difference in power. Goku is certainly not just getting wrecked and bodied. Goku's also the better fighter between the two of them and is smarter. So it's actually a relatively even match where Goku's lack of power is made up by his better skill. And Frieza ultimately is getting annoyed. Well, Saiyan, this has been fun. I'll let you in on a little secret. As, they're both kind of like squaring off again. I'll let you in on a little secret. This isn't even my final form. I have 2 transformations beyond this. So then, let me enlighten you as to the true gap in our power. And he starts to power up. And Goku's like, nope. If he's got 2 more transformations beyond this, Goku can sensing how strong he already is and knowing just his limits of his own strength right now. It's like, no. Goes to Akari. So by the time Frieza goes to his third form, it's like, now then, let's call yourself. He goes, what? What was that? And you can just see Goku now in his Akari form. He's like, sorry, I don't have time to let you get too strong. I might like a good fight, but I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna let you get too strong that I can't handle you. And then just starts powering, Kame. And Frieza, who can't sense energy, can still see the amount of ki less until I won't be able to survive that. It starts powering. Come on, hurry. And Goku can sense the power going up against. He's going all out. Kame. Frieza. There, the transformation happens, explosion. The ki blast is coming in. Like, Frieza basically is in his final form just as he gets out. And Frieza's final form is right around equal to this dynamic Goku. It's bullshit he was going to using 1% of his power because we actually have legitimate power level for him. But still, 3 million versus 8 million, with it probably enhanced a little bit by the Kamehameha. Why they never adjusted for like the Kamehameha multiplier, which was still a thing. I don't know, but let's just assume it does still do a multiplier. Not a huge multiplier, mind you, but it's like, I don't know. He's like now at almost 16 million, whatever. Even if it does an 8 million Kamehameha on just a freshly transformed Frieza, he just tries, no, damn it, no. And they're just, boom. And the land is charred. Frieza took the full brunt of that. And standing there is just he's just charred, and it's like he's barely. He's defecting. He just drops dead, and they quickly just ditch the body. Meanwhile, all the fighters who were there, and even Vegeta are like, oh crap. It's like, oh god. It's like, anyone else want to fight? They got it. And Vegeta, it's both like, ugh. You would again, Kakarot. And he gets on the ship, but at the same time, it's like, one obstacle down, one to go. And he's just laughing himself on the ship. So, a little bit of time gets to pass. Vegeta's going to heal up. And everyone thinks that things are going to be good, except Raditz still knows something there is done. So when everyone's finally recovered, Raditz is now like, Kakarot, you don't understand. Wait, what's going on? What do you mean I don't understand? What do you mean I don't understand? It's like, Frieza, he might have been the one in charge at the time, but he's not the only threat. Frieza inherited his empire from his father, King Cold. And he's a being even beyond Frieza's power. What? Even beyond Frieza's power? Yes. I never met him myself personally, but the stories are true. He completely dwarfs his son's capabilities. Believe me, we let Frieza. We didn't just let Vegeta live. We let the large amount of his forces live. Do you honestly think they're not going to inform King Cold that his son is dead and where to find the people who did it? Oh crap! And even goes like, oh crap baskets. So they spend some time. So it's like, we have to keep training Kakarot. It's the only way we will stand a chance. Oh man. Well, I guess we're gonna have to crank that gravity chamber all the way up, boy. We're gonna crank that soldier boy. What? Oh, sorry. That's on my wife's playlist. Anyway, so, and the Sea Fighters hear about this too, like, and Piccolo's like, terminal. He's like, what's Piccolo's problem? It's like, if I were to guess, and this RTN's like, if I were to guess, and that's the only thing I'm doing here, I think he's just upset. He's just falling so behind in power. Shut up, Baldy. Like, you don't have any hair either. I don't need this. He just goes off and pouts, or rages. Now, this will be important later on down the road in the What If. And right now, it's not that important. But the fact of the matter is, Piccolo, while still being brought together with these Z Fighters, is really not having a lot of his personality curbed. I mean, let me put it this way. It's not like he's not seeing any change, but he's hardly seeing a big enough change that's going to turn him into the Piccolo we know. And he still outright hates Goku. So he's maybe going to go do some serious training on his own merit. Everyone else will try to do their own training. Goku is actually going to, keep train with just Raditz and Gohan. Kami actually offers, as they keep trying to train at the lookout as best they can, offers for the remaining Z fighters to actually try to use the hyperbolic time chamber. And so what happens is Krillin and Yamcha go in. The reason for this is very simple. Tien almost always just trains with Chaozu. It's very rare that he tries to train with someone else. And yeah, Krillin has been training with the group, but here it's a different type of training. Even though he's able to mimic the gravity chamber settings, he can't truly imitate the gravity chamber. The hyperbolic gravity chamber. Even though he can replicate the time chamber settings or time chamber effects, it's not a one-to-one comparison. There's no substitute for the real thing. And so their training commences. Focus on the Z Fighters first. Where does everyone end up after their year in the time chamber? Well, Piccolo is not training with him, so he's only training for a little while before King Cold will show up, a few months. So he only goes up to maybe about 2K or 10K. Sorry, he goes up 2K, which is $2,000. So he ultimately is at 10 grand for power. For a few months of just kind of like training, just to kind of get just get stronger. It's not bad, especially as you get stronger. It's harder to get stronger. Chaozu is honestly still the weakest of the group at about 10K. He's actually equal to Piccolo, and that's just going to infuriate him even more. Tien is actually batting about a solid 50. The reason for Tien batting 50 is very much simply the fact that while the gravity chamber, I keep saying gravity, time chamber settings are very intense, he's only training with Chaozu, who's got a bigger hill to climb, more room for growth, but lacks the key capabilities of the others. He is by far the weakest Z fighter, but he has psychic abilities to compensate for that. So Tien being at 50 grand after a year is, I think, pretty reasonable. Yamcha and Krillin, Yamcha's gone up to 100 million. 100 billion? Yeah, no, 100,000. And Krillin, because Yamcha was so much weaker than him, has only gained a times 10 boost. However, a times 10 boost against 27,000 is still 270,000. As for Goku, Raditz, and Gohan, that is a slightly different scenario here. Basically, what goes on here for them is that while they're able to use the gravity chamber to a much higher degree, they're also trying to train with Akari. What they actually agree upon is, all right, well, even if you gain Ozaru, able to control Ozaru, it's too cumbersome and it's not fast enough. But if we're able to get Akari down, you'll be able to use the effects of the Ozaru without using that. So I'm gonna bring this up now. The only way we seem to be able to figure out how to use this form is to remove our tails. Are you willing to do that? And he just takes it to him. Yeah, it seems it will be for the best. All right, okay, Gohan, it's gonna hurt a bit, but don't worry. After the fact, it's gonna be okay. All right, okay, Dad. It's like, oh dear Lord, yeah, it didn't tickle when it happened to me either. And so, yeah, they remove their tails, and Bulma actually tries the Flux Wave Generator again on them. This time, they don't immediately transform into Azarus. They are actually able to hold it back a little bit, understand that feeling, and keep their conscious thought or keep themselves in that. And or not keep themselves. Think the terminology you want, douchebag. Maintain their self-awareness. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so they spend their time not just training in their gravity chamber, but trying to access Akari, which they eventually learn to do. This ultimately puts Goku firmly around, I'm going to say, his Namek power level right now, 3 million. Raditz is around 1 million, where Gohan is coming up not quite as strong, but still very strong, 500,000, which is still very impressive. All of them have Akari. This leads to Kami basically letting them know that he's here, that the father is here. Go. He'll be at this location. Go and do your best. Piccolo, though, actually chooses not to go this time because he can already sense, like, there's nothing I can do against these guys. Nothing. And everyone else, he can even sense her in his power level, and he's just stewing in anger and resentment. So So King Cold's ship lands. Vegeta is not here, although Vegeta is watching from another ship. Like, there's another Frieza ship, like, a little away, like, transmitting. He's like, well, then, let's see. I've got the valves down. Now, if he can take care of Cold and the Ginyus, there'll be nothing to stop me. I'll be the strongest one here. And so, the new Frieza, the current Cold Force comes out, along with King Cold. So this is the planet my son died on. Oh, and these must be the little brats that did it. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Lord Cold, King Cold to be precise. The Lord goes well too. Now then, which one of you would be the one that killed my son? And Goku says, so you're the one they call Goku. You don't seem like much, but from what I heard, you cheated a little bit, saying quite dishonorable for your little bunch. Cheated? Oh, you didn't even let him reach his full potential. He would have ripped you to pieces. We warned your son, and we're warning you too. Leave our planet now. Oh, that's unfortunate. You see, I would, but there's a little bit of a problem. See, you have what I've heard are called Dragon Balls, and I'm going to use them to bring back my son. Oh, I miss him dearly. Which, by the way, I actually think King Cold probably, if he knew of the Dragon Balls, he might wish for immortality, but he also might care enough about his son to wish him back. He cared enough to save his life. So I imagine there's something there. Of course, I'm thinking about what you're bringing back after I get immortality. That would be splendid. I could rule for eternity, or just retire in peace. Who knows? Hot harem of defrost demon skanks at my side. We know very little about their species. They're not. They don't have a true name, but it's commonly known in the fandom as frost demons. And as far as we know, it's believed they might reproduce asexually, but we've just never seen a female one to know for sure. The dub said that Frieza had parents, but that might be a translation error. So we just don't know. So I stand by the hot frost demon skanks line. Anyway, I stole that a little bit. What was it from? One of the abridged movies. Well, it was one of the Garlic Jr. ones. I'm going to be chilling out with hot demon skanks. Anywho, so oh yes, I will definitely want you Saiyans, but I wouldn't want to leave your friends. What is the term? Hanging. Ginyu. Tota Senkai. Tota. It's like that Ginyu Force. And everyone's just like, Are these guys serious? Oh, we're serious as a heart attack. Now then, boys, sound off. Go, Jace. Jace, Bata, Raccoon. I prefer that one. I prefer the original. Raccoon, and it rhymes with doom. And tell them what will be happening. Oh, they'll be hurting, brother. Now then, who do you want us to take care of, Lord Cole? It's our pleasure to serve you. Oh yes, I'll be dealing with the Saiyans. You can have their little Earth friends. With pleasure. All right, boys, let's clean shop. And they go for fighting. Tien is actually very capable of taking on the majority of them, and Yamcha can nearly take on all of them. Krillin can actually take them all on. And so it's actually, and Chunks is at least as strong as Goldo, if not maybe a little weaker or stronger. Goldo either has a power level of 3 grand or 10 grand. I can never remember. It's a little here or there, but he has massive psychic abilities. So Chaozu and him clash in a battle of psychic abilities. The fight continues for a while. Ultimately, Tien splits into the multiform technique to basically overwhelm their numbers. Krillin beats the living hell out of Ginyu. You bastard! And he just sees the other fires. Goldo sadly has been killed. And same with Burner and Raccoon. They got taken out by Yamcha pretty quick. And then Raccoon is just like, oh, damn it all. And it's like, well, I can't beat any of you. So I'm going to have to do the next best thing. And all of a sudden, Krillin can't move. You're the strongest of the group, right, Baldy? So you're mine. Change now! But what's going on? It's like, Krillin! And Krillin actually gets bumped out of the way by Tien. Just, what? No, not that bold one, Brian! What's going on? Darn it. I got this stupid body. Now this isn't the body I wanted. No! To which Krillin I can see Krillin because he got thrown out of the way. Krillin just coming in and just wrecking shop on Ginyu. Like, wait, Krillin, it's me, Tien. It's like, Tien? It's like, damn it, he took my body. I don't know how. And keep back here. It's like, wait, which did he take? The real ones? Like, there's no real one technically. You know what I mean? There is technically when you use the multiform, but it's impossible though. No, he got one of the other ones. So I get what happens if you recombine with yourself. Oh God. And so I guess there's one way to find out, and then so this is where headcanon shenanigans goes in, because this is a scenario. This is a scenario that I never even considered until writing this out. What if you use Ginyu's body change technique on a multiform clone that gets fused back into your body? And not like, again, there's a main body you fuse back into, so there is a main body, but what if you just hit one of the clones? Okay, because as far as we can tell, every one of those clones has your personality, part of your soul, I guess. They're physically there. They don't poof out of existence. They just merge back into you. So, what happens? So my best guess, and this is just, I'll leave it to anyone. Look, this is full on for interpretation. If someone can give me a better idea of what would happen, I'll use it for the future. For this story, this is what I'm doing. So when the clones merge back, Tien and Ginyu's body just kind of goes limp, just fades away, because that's a portion of Tien that's just gone. It's not, and it didn't even merge back. It's just there and kind of gone. Just the body goes limp. It's like, Tien, and he's dead. Well then, and just takes out the Ginyu body. Wait, Tien, are you okay? There's something. This isn't as strong as my last body. It's not even as strong as the other one. But if I can get that other one's body, I'll just take it. So come on, just give me control for a little bit, and you can have this fucking this useless body. I was like, you shut up. And Tien just, yeah. I'll admit though, I can see it. It's weird. I can see into your head. You've got quite a bunch of useful techniques in here, actually. Maybe I'll actually spend a little time taking all these from you. It's like, Krillin, Krillin, kill me. I can be wished back with the Dragon Balls, Krillin. But I can't hold him. Because here's the thing. While Tien is a honed martial arts, I think he could definitely keep him at bay for a while. Ginyu's overall presence, and he had a higher power level and all that, I think he is definitely going to be a problem and something he's just not going to be able to hold back forever. So it's just, I can't hold him back forever. You've got to take us out. What? No, Tien, I guess. And look, I can't hold him forever. He's gonna. If he gains control of me, he'll just try to swap bodies with you again. And he can't. And I can see in his head too. He can't swap with a dead man, so you won't be able to use that. Do it, Krillin. Tien, come on. Tien, Yamcha, please, just. Oh man, all these great. Well, that's enough browsing through there. I think I picked up enough new tricks to try them out. All right then, and back to that hand. Give me this body. No. You're gonna make this difficult. That's okay. To be honest, this is kind of a new experience for me. Normally, I just take a body and run, but here you're making this a little bit more hard. This is a bit more fun. I'm just gonna have to eat at your psyche until you're completely gone. Please, do it. I'm sorry, Tien. Destructo disc. Did you just hear Tien's mind go? Checkmate. Damn it, no! Just Tien is just sliced clean in half. I'm sorry. Now, would that be an extreme way to do it? Oh, yeah, he could have just punched a hole right through his chest. In fact, if you want me to, I'm thinking on now, I just did that because just goriness. But just boom, I can see Krillin just like game over. Ginyu, no, and then just and then the point. For being so tough, you went first. And then it starts again. And meanwhile, while that has been happening, Goku, Raditz, and Gohan were all trying to fight King Cold and Ikari. They got thoroughly thrashed. I mean, because Goku's power right now is 30 million at most with the Ikari. Rad's is 10 and Gohan's is 5 million. All three of them could have easily taken on suppressed Final Form Frieza. No problem. But King Cold is allegedly stronger than even Mecha Frieza, who is stronger than full power original Frieza. That's well over 120 million that he is in the area of. He's actually well above that. They don't even come up to a fifth of his power. So, yeah. And I was like, well, I must admit, this was disappointing, to say the least. I thought you'd be putting up more of a fight, Saiyan. But I suppose this is to be expected. So now I'm going to kill you and your friends, and then get the Dragon Balls and bring back my son. Or I could keep you barely alive while not allowing you to recover. And then keep you for my son to play with when he resurrects. That sounds like fun too. But first, I think I'll take out your little friend, your little vermin friend here. And he just reappears right behind Chaozu. Just bye. Chaozu, you bastard! Wolfang coming up! And yeah, I don't know. I just new Kamehameha. They throws that Krillin and him just like. Destructo Disc! Boom! Cold, who is, again, well beyond Frieza, actually is able to stop the Destructo Disc with his, I bet he probably has some telepathic abilities like Frieza too. Where do you think Frieza got it? He's like, I must admit, this one might have hurt if it touched me. You can have it back, though. And he does, basically pulls a reverse Frieza, and Krillin's like, Krillin! Damn it all! Are you cold? And Yamcha says like, I see. So you wanted Ginyu to possess your friend, and you did the small thing and took him out. Very, very clever. But regardless, his skewers Yamcha was like, no, no, I've changed my mind. I think I'm only going to keep the one alive. The other two can die, starting with you, Raditz. I don't appreciate you. I only ask for loyalty, and you go and betray me. So upset. Kakarot, look at me. It'll be okay. You'll avenge us. You would go on with both avenges. No matter what you got, I believe it. I trust you. Believe me. You've got this. You'll never beat us, Colt. Never. We'll always rise above you, but we are the same rank. And then just he does basically the Frieza thing, but except unlike Frieza, just the single beam, he blows out his entire back cavity and chest. And Goku and Gohan there just see their brother and uncle and friends just all died in front of them as Cold is just merciless. It's like, well, that was annoying. Still, all right, one down. One more to go as he's now aiming for Gaza. No. And all of a sudden, the power. Cold's like, what is this? What is it? You bastard! You killed my friends! You killed my brother! And all of a sudden he sees energy piling around going, you monster! I'll never forgive you! Never forgive! And they're in sync. Yeah! And then boom, Cold gets blasted back into his ship. Meanwhile, Vegeta's looking on from, outside, like, what is this power? It can't be. Have they done it? Have they become the legends? And standing there, not standing calmly, not cold vengeance fury in their face like on Namek, but pure, unbridled, I am going to rip you in half rage on their face fury. Goku and Gohan there in Ikari Super Saiyan, because they're in Ikari form still. Again, I always bring that up when I'm talking about Super Broly's power. Broly, when he transformed, was still in Ikari, which means he had Ikari on top of that. And here they stand, not even in regular Super Saiyan, but on enhanced Super Saiyan, just, we're going to kill you. Like, there is no mercy. There is no kindness. There is just, you and your forces are dead. And they slaughter all. Cole does his best to try to keep up. Gohan is at least only at 250 million. So, Cole tries to transform himself. But like, no, not even going to give you the chance. And just rips his horns out of his head. Ah! And just stabs him with his own horns. And then Gohan just punches a hole straight through. And rips his tail off. Only for Goku. Say, for my friend, for my brother! And this time they just obliterate. They go wholesale on the entire crew and ship. No survivors this time. And so they finally power down, calm down, and like, Dad, take me. And this is the first time Goku's taken life before. This is the first time Gohan's done it, but this is the first time they did it in such pure, unadulterated, cold-blooded vengeance. Like while they feel there's a little bit of catharsis, revenge for their friends, there is also the fact that they lost serious. This is worse than Ikari. They lost control, and Gohan took life, and he did it, and he was just not caring. And this scares both of them. Like, what the hell was this power? We need to go and get that. We need to go and collect everyone's bodies, though. We got to get them to Bulma, keep them alive, and then we got to go get the Dragon Balls and bring everyone back. Unfortunately, Chaozu has already died once, so this poses a problem. How are they going to handle this? We will deal with this and many more things in part 6. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.